Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back or welcome to another fine edition of MetoHistory. That's right. We is here, you is there. It is a Monday. That means more Metokurism and everything else within his universe. The I guess we're gonna call it the Metaverse, since we have MetoCast and we could probably call it the Metokurist verse, but the what else? The marvelous Metokur multiverse kind of gives you the impression that there's more different realities that exist. Well, technically, it would be correct. It would be correct. But anywho's, it's hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing out there? Are we doing all good? Are we all having funsies? Are we all having funsies? It is a holiday up here in Canada land, so I mean, for those who care, it's supposed to be a civic holiday. Don't know if there's something happening in the United States holiday wise. Could be. Never know for sure. But regardless of the factor, we have another Metokur moment in time that we're going to be hauling out, dusting off, re-looking at it, and maybe critiquing it in different fashions. It is supposed to be, I want to say, almost a 2 hour extravaganziano that I'm going to try to bring it down to about an hour to an hour and a half. We're not going to go through the entirety of it, but we will have it available for you to participate in and watch at your leisure. As usual, we have gone into the, what is it, the meta of Dawn, and pulled out yet another fine classic treasure. That's right. So, Candid was a thing back in yesteryear. That's right. That anonymous board that wasn't so anonymous, so many people found out at the end. I feel like my audio is low. Let me look at audio before I do anything else, because this ends up becoming a thing. There we go. I have fixed the audio for a moment in time. It'll probably go creaming down even further later. It is what is. But without further ado, here he is, the man with the plan, Mundane Matt, talking with one Jimmy Metokur over Candid and a few other different questionables. So, without further ado, let's do it. Let's start her.
Always. Oh,
I think you got it that time.
all right. Yeah, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. How's my audio coming through on your end?
It's coming good. And I just want to make sure the chat can hear it because it's already up.
Oh, okay.
So those guys, they'll tell me if they can hear it. I'm pretty sure they can. So how are you, man? We haven't really ever spoken directly before.
No, I don't think we've been on stream before. Just adjust that. There we go.
Well, no, we've been on stream before, but just like never you and I. It's always been like a group of people.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I don't think we've ever had a one-on-one stream before.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, that hasn't happened. I think the last time we were on a stream together was I briefly popped in to that one with King of Pole and Sargon and you.
Your chat seems to be saying echo. Am I echoing or are you echoing?
No, it might be me that's echoing, and that's just because of my microphone. So let me see if I'll turn that down. That should be a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if there's still an echo or not. I'm still trying to figure out the settings on these things.
Oh, Jim is echoing. Oh, I get you. I see what you're saying, chat. It's a little bit of an echo. Is that what you're saying? A little.
Oh no, it's Sparky from Sparky's Tech. He's here. Hello, Sparkles.
What's up?
Ceiling. No dust bunnies at this go around, but ceiling nonetheless.
No cats either?
No. If they were, I wish them the best of luck because there's so much insulation up there. I don't even know if I can crawl in it. So I'm expecting a fire to happen, and literally, I can actually say the roof, the roof is on fire. You know, that kind of moment. That's how much insulation is up there. Jesus fucking Christ. Whoever put that in.
Raining down the house.
Yeah, pretty much. Jesus. But yeah, no, doing the whole Metokur thing, it's a Monday. It's a fun day Monday. As you can see, it's a lovely mundane Matt, very mundane of him.
Now, I don't know how long I'll be in for this one, but
That's all.
I'll stick around for a couple minutes.
Yeah, no. All reasonable. All the reasonable. How have you been?
Extremely tired.
Ooh. Hardly working hard?
Both. Bills,
Nice.
shit like that.
Nice. Welcome to adulthood. With chillins. Welcome with adulthood.
I hate it.
Yeah, well, just imagine multiples of them. Just imagine
No.
multiples.
We're done.
Yeah.
Got conned by Samaj for one. No more.
Yeah, see? Told you.
Speaking of
takes
which,
is
you know, he stopped by a stream I did, what was it? Fuck.
were you doing the
Saturday?
space thing? Yes.
Yeah, when I was playing Elite. Yeah. He stopped by Saturday. Only said, I can't remember what he said. Something about this 3D Among Us game looks dope as fuck. And it's like, haha, I got it.
Hello, Jordan. Johan. Hello.
Joanne.
It says Johan.
Yeah. And besides, whatever.
It's
But besides from that, doing a fucking stupid bullshit on Twitter.
I like stupid bullshit on Twitter.
Doing more fucking Kazahana.
Oh, I'm dealing with something completely different, which is could affect everybody's viewage pleasure, especially on YouTube's. That's the ID requirement is coming, and I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when.
Well, and all right, so you mind if we change it just a little bit?
Yeah, we will. See, look what happened. I just did that.
I get everyone's frustrations about the whole ID thing. I get it 100%. 100%. I don't know how many people I've had tell me to go kill myself and different VTubing servers.
Yes.
Again, it's not one of those, oh my god, I got told to kill myself. Oh my god. No, it's one of those, yeah, they've got no fucking rebuttal and they told me to do that. And it's what that is. I could care less.
Okay, hold up. Johan wants to know who's the slightly more fiscal fit Boogie 2988 clone that was on the screen. That was Mundane Matt, the mundane of people. He's actually one of the major players of why Gamergate was a thing. And we also call him the King of Boulders.
Yeah, because him and his son just rolls boulders up and down the hill. And that would make him more fit than Boogie.
Correct. No, he's also a notorious flaggot. He likes to flag individuals that hurt his fifis. You know that kind of
thing. You know, he did his time.
He took the L.
He took the L. He did his time. He took his lickings and he made a
Oh yeah. But hey,
he made a comeback, but he's still left us retard. So
of course he is. But no, I'm still gonna call him out on that. Yes, he's still gonna be remembered that he was a flaghead. He did kind of start Gamergate.
Time out.
He did start game. I'm giving his credits, his dues, and he did take his L. He did take his licking. He did eventually go mano a mano with Ethan Ralph, and Ralph tucked his tail and fucked off like the dog that he is, the screaming rage pig that he is, and to this day still lives in Mexico. But
yeah,
on the case of Mundane Matt, yeah, his career in the YouTube space kind of dwindled and suffered, but it is slowly picking up. It's not the greatest. He's better off just continuing what he was doing, which is DoorDash or whatever. But he's better off doing that than trying to reclaim what has been
What
lost.
was?
Yes,
Well,
humility.
here's my
Yes, from the internet,
here's
personal. Yeah, yeah,
well,
definitely.
I look at it like this. Besides, he may come back and he's doing good. He took the L and stuff like that. Another reason why I say I really don't care is because a good majority of the people that he did flag also does the exact same thing. So
Oh,
at this point, I
I
don't
get
fucking
it.
care.
I get it. I get it. But like I said before, I'm going to give him his
It's
credit.
it's it's all pot calling the kettle black. I
Oh, of
do
course.
not
At
fucking
the end of the
care.
day, I get that. But when it comes back down to before we got sidetracked off of him and into the
ID.
AI version of ID, which is now attracting certain individuals who, again, commentaries. I have now slowly figuring out that they're kind of fucked.
Well, and see, and here's what I keep telling people, and they don't like hearing it, but it's like tough shit. You gotta hear it. It's like way back in the day,
Uh-huh.
way back in the day. And you're a lot older than me, so
My
it's
day of the
yeah.
internet. I'm a Gen Xer. My day of the internet.
Well, I was also around during those days too. Being
Yeah,
I was probably
you're
skirting the edge right there
yes.
because I
You're
was
the
I
earlier
was
millennials. We like you.
I was one of the primary ones of hey, I know what happened way back in the day. I am probably one of the proponents of hey, yeah, a dumb 60-year-old looking around on places online where you probably shouldn't go.
Uh-huh.
Been there, done that, and I state this for a reason because I know what I did. It's like my parents didn't know a lot of
No.
shit I did. I had friends that had internet access. The school didn't
Yes.
have very good control over internet access. Um, there's a ways around that, especially
There's
the
a
local
lot.
library.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So you can only scream the parents need to do the job so
For so long.
much.
Yes.
A parent can only parent their child while
Well,
they're under their house. When they're out with friends, when they're out doing other things, when they're out at school, and when they're out doing extracurricular activity, out from underneath the watchful eye of the parent, not a lot the fucking parent can do.
oh yeah. No. The core. I have two on the idea. Yes. It is up to the parent to actually parent set child. But here's the bigger one. How many parents are at home nowadays? Please tell me.
A
Please
lot.
riddle me this. Is
But
there
well,
like?
actually, it depends. It actually depends.
I mean, the
So
majority from what I can
mine,
see, most of the parents are at work, leaving the kids alone with I don't know, family members or a babysitter.
well, yeah, grandma, babysitter. I don't want to deal with this. Here's an iPad, entertain yourself. It
Correct.
that happens,
And
and it
even when
really,
the
it
parent
really,
is
it,
there, hang on, and even when the parent is there, most of the time they're having to deal with all the rest of the shit for maintaining the house, feeding said child, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you end up having what is considered a helicopter parenthood. You're gonna put an iPad or whatever in front of that kid. It used to be put the kid in front of the TV. Once they get to a certain age, tell them to get the fuck out of the house, don't come back until the streetlights goes on. Otherwise, there might be a problem. But uh,
yeah.
we've now
But
hit a new age.
well, and that's the thing too is it's a new age, and the new
Yeah.
age dawned around the time of MySpace.
Yes,
And
pretty
if
much.
anyone knows that was 2005, 2006. I think it was a little bit earlier than that
A little
actually.
bit later, yeah.
And then later skyrocketed forward
Yep.
with the advent of Facebook and then Twitter.
Yes.
And unfortunately, what people need to realize and understand is way back before social media platforms, stuff like that, there was the only way you could do stuff online was like visit different sites, and there was places specifically made like message boards and stuff like that,
Yes.
so other people can communicate, other people can post stuff. Message boards was pretty much like the early advent of social media, but it was still fringe, fucky, and it's really reclusive and not known, and not a lot of people could gain access.
Correct.
But with today's advent, you have Twitter, and along with Twitter, you have Facebook, and a multitude
Yeah,
of other websites.
yeah, you have a
Along with that,
multiple different,
along
forum
with
sites
that,
you can get to, yes.
along with that, you also have the mix of internet
Mhm.
and real life. Because how many businesses now advertise, especially locally, on Facebook and Twitter and all these other sites?
Wow.
It has become a way of life that is now literally Bo Burnham's Welcome to the Internet. It's in your fucking hands now.
Pretty much, it is. And now, in order for you to get access to certain areas, you're going to have to, unfortunately, provide a degree of information.
Well, here's also another deal to that too. And what people always fucking they don't do the due diligence research. Yeah, I know there's some people out there that's like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's not what this was made for. It's like Communications Decency Act of 1996.
Yep.
Is the act that put this all into fucking place, and it's actually what is backbone diving off of to push forward with this.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
There's a
Porn websites.
Yeah.
Why?
yeah.
Why porn websites? Well, way back in the day when all this stuff was made,
Yeah.
porn
I mean,
websites
porn
were
was a major factor going forward on a lot of different things, from magazine sales to all that kind of stuff.
They were
So,
also locked behind a paywall. You know,
yes.
kind of like going to the store and buying cigarettes.
No, I
You
get
had
that.
to show your ID.
Yeah, there was a point
Well,
in
you
time when that
can't.
had to happen.
There's another way, and the way they did this was through credit cards online. You don't have to show ID, because way back in the day, a kid can't get a fucking credit card. And
Yeah,
kid
well, that's
definitely
changed.
couldn't. Yeah, and a kid definitely couldn't get a fucking debit card. You had to have a bank account.
Yeah, well, again, that changed.
So
'Cause,
there's no way way back in the day a kid could gain access to this stuff, because the only form of that allowance was, a couple bucks, maybe a $20. It was cash.
yeah.
They had no physical way of actually gaining access to these sites, and that was a way of age verifying. Was
That's
with that.
about it.
Then later on, well, guess what? Now you can be 13 and have access to a fucking bank account.
So in some cases earlier.
So guess what that kind of null and voids? That kind of null and voids the, hey, you don't have to have ID unless through pay method websites like with credit cards and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
well, that's no longer a thing now, because it's now reduced. So it kind of goes back down to the and other methods, because there's and other methods of that. The and other methods is ID. And I hate to tell people, the government and most everyday fucking Americans, which let's put in perspective, the internet is a large place, and there is a lot of content creators out there, and there's a lot of people out there who like to be anonymous. However, if we really get down to brass tacks, that's probably 5% of the fringe fucking population that probably doesn't know half the shit exists online.
Yeah, no, then that's the sad factor. I've kind of said, we had it pretty easy for the wild west of the internet until certain individuals of certain generations decided to wanted to be a little bit more protected, a little bit more easy access, and all that kind of stuff. And companies were at their beck and call, willing to do so because, hey, that's what the customer wants. Ergo, we're gonna give it to you. And so, as more and more things were given out, less and less of the safety protocols were actually being
And
kept.
and let's just go ahead and just call this what it is too. Okay. Just because this thing's coming out doesn't mean that your ID or your handle name is going to automatically be retroactively changed to your actual fucking name. That's not what's happening here.
So
And
far,
yes,
we don't
Mhm.
know. At the moment, we really don't know. Yes, there's speculation, but until we get to that point of that bridge, we really don't know. So
From what it looks like, they're just enforcing the
from
already
what I can
ID.
see, yeah,
Yeah, they're only enforcing the already implemented ID verifications that they have on these sites. Twitter, Discord, Facebook,
yeah,
YouTube, all has these already built in. The only thing they're doing is they're making it now, instead of it being an option, they're making
it's
it now
now
it's mandatory,
correct.
which I'm fine with. And I'm fine with why? I've already done it for all my other fucking sites. You can't get into the fucking Discord unless you're ID verified.
Probably not yet. However, it's most likely going to be put into a massive database. Johan,
I
we
hate to
already
tell
are in,
you,
we,
you
we are
already
already
are.
in a massive database.
Hey, look, you access. All right, so here's where this conversation's dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
Here's where this falls flat on its face. Okay, do you access the internet for your phone? Yes, you're in a database. Tough shit. Hey, you access Twitter for your phone? Guess what? That's already, even if it's just an app, doesn't matter. It's still tied to the IP and the phone number of that phone. Guess what that is tied to? Your name and your account.
Okay,
That
he
goes
goes,
for
I
Twitter.
know.
Yeah,
And
that
then
goes for Twitter. That
follows
goes for
an
X. That
even
goes for
less secure
YouTube.
one. Yeah, that's possible. That's very possible.
Well, funny thing you say about that, these sites sell your data off regardless to all these
Yeah,
sites.
no.
So it's already been done a long time ago. So
At the end of the day, I'm gonna blame the Gen Z and the Alpha kids for where we're at. Because
yeah,
I
because they
wanted.
can't
They
stay
try
off
to
the
blame.
fucking
They
net.
try to blame my generation for all the shit that they're in. So I'm gonna blame them for this. So you fucking millennials, some of you, and all of you fucking alpha kids are fucked up a really good system because you want it easy.
Yeah.
This is what
So
happens when you want it easy.
I'm In the day, I'm looking at this because oh my god, my anonymity. And I'm sitting here watching big content creators
Yeah, I
spout this
know.
stuff. And it's like, you get a paycheck from YouTube. You get a paycheck from YouTube because YouTube knows who the fuck you are and it's tied to your fucking bank account. What anonymity? Oh, you got a Twitter Blue account? Oh, you
Yeah.
monetize off that? Oh, how's that? Oh, they already know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, no, I will agree with you, Johan.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
we are fucked. We are totally fucked. And
yeah.
just like in the gaming sphere, we allowed it because we wanted easy.
So I'm sitting here looking at all these fucking people bitch cry moan groan. It's like,
Yeah,
guys, it's already too late.
I know it's a done deal. Can't go any. You can't change. You can't change the stew.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have
oh,
to eat
here's
shit
another
stew
one.
like everybody
Yeah,
else.
here's another fun one too. Here's a really not fun one too because it's like, oh, I'm on a Furry phone and I've got my Discord account for a Furry phone and a Furry Twitter account. I'm completely safe.
Nah.
No, you're not. I don't care if you went in there and you bought a unsophisticated phone that just has basic ability where you can pull up Twitter and stuff like that. Let's just say the most cheapest piece of crap fucking phone you can get that can possibly somewhat run
Yeah,
Twitter.
but the question comes
That's
back
what you
down
got.
to. But the question comes back down to: did they pay cash or did they use a card?
Oh no, I'm gonna get into that. And I'm gonna give every best case scenario and then trash it.
Yeah, okay.
So you buy the cheapest fucking phone from a hodgepodge place that doesn't keep track of records of nothing. They just have, because regardless or not, your number has to be registered in a database, regardless or not. You pay cash for that. You use a fake name.
Phones are a joke.
You use every fucking tactic and method, and you even go through and you use a VPN. Let's go through and do all that. Guess what? When you log in Twitter, or you log in Discord, or you log in any of these accounts on that device, it still tracks IP tied to a phone number to that device. Guess what that's also tied to? That's also tied to cellular network towers. Guess what those cellular network towers are also tied to? 911 systems. Guess what the 911 systems can do? Can pinpoint your fucking location down to the nearest 15 to 20 feet. Guess what you're accessing fucking Twitter from? Your bedroom, probably. Guess what they have? All that fucking information. And don't tell me it's not transferred. It is fucking transferred. Guess what? You may be anonymous. You may use a fake name. You may use a fucking throwaway email. But guess what? All that stuff is so tied down to the residence you're living in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wish the people in the UK the best of luck because they were the canary in the coal mine. Ah, God, those Brits, gotta love them. They could barely go to other places. Hell, a better good one, Australia. They're in a complete lockdown. They have like maybe 3 or 4 websites that they can go to. Otherwise, they have to, showcase their card in order to do anything. Yeah. I wish. This is where we're at. So, I love it.
Papers, please.
Yeah, it's pretty much. We're living that world.
You might as well just get a fucking binder.
I know, but remember Candid? This was kind of the precursor of where we're at kind of thing. So this is Mundane Matt, the one of the spoke shills for Candid a little bit, and Jimmy is not really there to tear him a new one. It's more or less kind of doing what Jimmy does best, asking questions.
Go
ahead.
Why do I feel like Syrup Fever is you?
I'm not.
The mannerisms.
I know. Funny thing is I've been around the block, but I never try to use a lot of Canadiana outside of what I wish people to know. But I am a Canadian, yes, through and through. But I have other alts that not so much. Not so much. But anywho, let's do it. We are just going through the technical difficulties portion of it. And we're going to listen to them converse with each other before it gets more questionable down the road, because you know how Jimmy is. Good old Jim Jam. Let's go.
A little bit of that kind of echo. Is that what we're saying?
I don't think it's that. Now it says that it's. I'm hearing now it's good, but now.
I don't.
All right. It might just be. It might be my system. I'm not too sure. I will. Want to make sure that I'm still fucking around with OBS. I'm learning all this stuff.
He's learning, people. He's learning.
Here, let me say something, and then I'll listen to your stream and see if
this had to have been after the whole ordeal, isn't it?
This was 2017. Yes, this is before the whole shit show that became Candid.
Gotcha.
This was still the early precursor of Candid. It's showing up and all that kind of thing. Oh God, Johan, why? The Stolen Leaks long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, it made me paranoid and aware of how little control we had over everything. No fucking shit. We've had little control over everything for a while. And it's getting worse. As the more people want government involved in things, the less and less control we have. Which is why I say that's a problem. But no one wants to listen to a boomer like myself. Why would you want to listen to a person from the Gen X period who says government is questionable?
Yeah. Well, the same shit I spout off online, the same shit I spout off in public. If it comes down to it and my stuff had to be put out there and tied to my name, stuff like that, I don't have an issue with it. Am I gonna really nearly just do it right now? No. But I've got no fear, and I've got no. It's like it happens.
It happens. It's the unfortunate truths of the matter. It is what it is. But continuing, they're still in technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely can hear an echo coming from my end.
I wonder what,
It's not anymore.
Good technical skills, man. I'm liking the start to this. We got some echoes going on.
You know, I usually am just do this by myself, like everything else in life. So
Jesus
I turned the volume.
Talk about felting oneself. I
Yeah, there
usually
we go.
do
That's
this
a
by
pretty good.
myself,
Well,
like everything else in
he
life.
doesn't
Let me
have
flicker
headphones
over some
on.
things. Maybe I can fix it on
Well,
my
yeah,
end.
that's a
So,
problem.
crazy shit going on with Google and YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, man. It's been nuts. And the weird thing too is that like so the apocalypse like kicked off at the end of March,
Ah, the
right?
apocalypse.
And then all through April it went to shit. Like you know how you made the comment like I said I had 100,000 views and I made like
My
15 bucks.
channel
Yeah.
had
That
been
happened to me
up.
in April too. I had 85,000 views or
Yeah.
80,000
Oh,
views and
let
I
me
made
look
like
you.
$17. And that's just how crazy it got. But
Give me
then
an
mid-May
A.
rolled around and it picked back up.
Give me a G.
Yeah, it seems pretty hit and miss. I mean, when I was talking to Sticks, I think it
Give
was
me
2 days
another
ago,
G.
I brought up the kind of the monetary amounts that have been going on. I mean, I've talked to other people about it too. All right, now I don't do ads on my channel, but I know that a lot of people are really freaking out about it because it's not
April
just that they're
8th,
getting less than what they
2017 is when
usually
my
would get,
channel was
but it's
made
that
here.
they're not getting
Nice.
anything at all now. Like they're
It just
having
means
whole
that you're
swaths of
old.
videos just
Congratulations.
completely
You passed most of the
demonetized.
requirement for the AI.
Yeah, I saw that today. I saw that with Repsion and a few other people, and I
Not
have not actually
Repsion.
been
He's
impacted with that at
balding.
all.
He's
It's
bald.
probably because of the type of content that I cover. Like I'm very particular with how I title things and how I tag things in order
It's
to
going to
get
be
around that.
confusing to
So when
explain
people
all
come
of
out and they
the
say,
text
"Oh, my
box.
video is demonetized," and I'm like,
Eh,
"Yeah, but it's like you have this one says rape in the title,
just
this
say
one says
it
ISIS,
was
this one says
for
Syria."
you know
Like we've known for a long
a
time
little bit of
that that is
what was it,
that
lint.
that is going to be a
You
triggering
just a
word.
little bit of
So
lint.
don't fucking do it.
Yeah, but what I was seeing was, I mean, you had liberal lunacy, you had Mr. Repsion, you had people like Razor Fist, you had a lot of people,
Razor
and I don't
cock.
think
I
it's that
remember
their
him.
titles or their tags are what's doing it. I know Sargon put up a video like 3 hours ago before his Twitter got blackholed,
Yeah,
talking about how people at Google, I don't know what article he was citing, I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been Breitbart, it could have been USA, I have no fucking clue.
it was Breitbart, I believe.
Who was talking about an anonymous Google dev that was saying that there was an anti-PC mentality there. I'm planning on doing a video of all this shit this weekend. I've been going over everything from, all the way back from the ADA initiative through the GNOME outreach program up until what's going on now. But it seems like there's a long fucking history.
I have to point out that this has been an ongoing thing since the 2000s. I love how
Yep.
these people are fucking cluing in. We're what,
Yep.
2025, almost 2026, and we still
Yeah.
playing the same game.
Yeah, I know. History repeats.
It does, or it
Or
never.
just continues on.
Yeah, well, I kind of call it history is a flat circle because it can repeat, but it will just continue outwards. So you just never know what it's going
The
to kind of
circle gets
skip.
so history repeats in a circle,
Yep.
but over time it expands and more shit gets in, so more
Yeah.
stuff repeats as it gets around back to the beginning again.
Yes. Yes. It like I said, it skips around, but yeah, history is a flat circle. It's awesome. Well, once you figured that one out, it's you the world is your oyster once you figure that out. But yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Of this shit going on, and I
Heat
didn't
edge
even realize it ran
PC.
as deep as it
Jeez.
does at Google.
Yeah.
With them being really almost, well, I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's not just malicious; it's petty.
I was gonna
It
say
really feels that way.
the answer's 42.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, so it should be 42.
It's one of those
It's
things
just
where, like,
42.
what was it? The James Damore was saying to Jordan
Damore?
Peterson that he went to these like off the books diversity meetings and was talking with them about that. And that's one of the things I'm going like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. We've seen this big push with Silicon Valley with, people like Ellen Pao, the former chairwoman of Reddit, like claiming that her being outed was sexism. And then, they need to change all this stuff and all like these diversity.
Hold up. We've been on the Mystery Bones Worldwide for 2.5 decades now. For some of you, yes. I've been on this wicked ride since the dawn of the internet because, hey, I watched it blossom to what it is currently. It's been a fun fucking ride. We've had some really good moments. We've had some really interesting moments. We've had some shit moments. And now we have some very dangerous moments because government is now getting total control. And that's what a lot of people who built this thing said, yeah, if you give this to government, they're going to sanitize it. So here we are, the sanitizing part of the history. Enjoy it because there's nothing you can do.
I mean, Twitter hired a diversity VP that lasted like 6 months, you know, And the thing is, they hire these people to come in out of pure desperation and just out of backlash, right, or a reaction. And these people can't get the job done because there's like basically what we saw in that document. It's nothing that can be fixed by trying to either throw money at a problem or trying to make it all go away.
No, I know, the money side is a really big component. I mean, I get it. People are freaked out about the monetization, and we're hearing a lot about that because it's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even with stuff like Patreon with Lauren Southern and just shit like that going on. My big concern, the thing that freaks me out more than just the money issue, is
Yeah,
it
but Lawrence
feels like it's
Southern, if I remember
transitioning into a
correctly, was
phase
married
now
to
where you're
Destiny. I
going
wanted
to
to be
be.
married to Destiny.
It's
Jesus
weird.
fucking
It
Christ.
it almost follows a pattern of threes, like this triple approach that they're taking. We're going to deplatform you, we're going to demonetize you, and then we're going to deperson you. So it's either we're going to
Well,
get rid of
not
you off the
quite,
platform
Jim.
entirely, we're going to take away all your funding, or if for some reason you are magically able to dodge around our really convoluted sense of a terms of service agreement, we're going to stick you into a category where nobody can watch or share or listen. And people with larger channels, and this I think played out with Jordan Peterson. I mean, he has a very large channel, he had a lot of reach, and he knows a lot of people, so it's hard for them to fuck with him.
I hate these fucking morons who have sided with the government. Why are they so willing to trust the feds? Your guess is as good as mine, but it is the unfortunate truth. Everybody wants it on easy mode because my feelings and all that kind of shit.
Well,
All
here's
I
the thing. Everyone wants money. Everyone wants to make money. The feds control the money. That's
yeah,
just how it
pretty much.
goes. You can hate the government all you want. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I have the same mentality because there's a lot of fuck people in government that need to,
Yeah,
just
shit, yes.
find, just needs to find the what's the most delicate way I can put this? Find the highest rafter in the house and have a slip and fall with some, some
No.
rope.
What my gimmick is, we can all put them onto trains, put them into special camps, and let them, live up their lives there.
Well, we could do that too, but it's like it comes down to it. You may hate it.
Yep.
You may dislike it.
Hmm.
It is part of life,
It is
and
unfortunate.
we are not getting rid of it. And even if you want to have the idealistic world of fuck government, no governments, you still gotta be governed by some sort of fucking government.
Yeah, there's always going to be some form of intervention to a degree. I mean, I'm looking at current state of gaming. I mean, everybody under the sun to who's on the positive side has stopped killing games. Really don't see the actual problem of what they're going to produce, especially in the EU department. The EU is willing to add on more rules that it already has, because it already has about 8 different rules in play to protect the gamers, the
Yeah.
consumers.
See, here's the thing. They're gonna do stuff that's gonna protect gamers, yes. But here's the thing that they don't tell you. Those silly little gamers don't know what they need to be protected from.
I know, right? They're saying it's the big production companies. Well, here's a thing. Here's a thought process. I remember when I was told, "Buyer beware." You know, if I purchase something, I'm the one that's got to be extra careful of what my money's going on to. If I get fucked over, that's because of me being an idiot, not because of the big bad businesses. Because the big bad businesses are going to do one thing: profit. And where do they get that money to profit? Oh, from me and other people like me. So without my money, they're not a business. So
I'm gonna go buy this big truck. However, this big truck has multiple issues, as has been stated. Fourth, that hey, this could happen, this could happen, this can happen, this can happen. I'm gonna go out and buy this truck, and when it breaks down, I'm gonna not go. On signs with that, and I should have bought this truck. I'm gonna go bitch because the truck's broken.
mhm. Yep, yep. Oh, but my nostalgia. I'm a consumer. Consumers' rights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, hate to break it to y'all.
You
Nostalgia
no,
is
time out, time
stupid, and
out, no,
consumers
time
don't
out,
have
time out.
rights.
Hang on. Consumers do have rights. The right to choose what they want to buy. Enforce it.
I will agree on that portion, that one, but they try to expand on it that consumers have more than just that. Yeah, no,
You
no.
don't want a game that's gonna be dead within 2 years because the company shut up boards or they shut down the servers or because they did some sort of fuckware of licensing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hey, if you don't want games like that, stop buying games like that. You
yeah,
know, they are incentivized to continue doing stuff that makes them money. Whenever they find something that does not make them money, they usually stop doing it. And guess what that entails? It entails some self control on the fucking buyer's part.
I know,
Fucking
I know.
do it.
Yeah, well, I mean that is the beautiful thing. They pretty much don't do it. I listen to all the arguments for it, and I kind of go, seems reasonable, and then I see a flaw in that plan, and then I try to point it out. But I'm the bad guy for being the adult in the room and kind of going,
Oh,
yeah, I like this, but
I'm a consumer blamer. I blame the consumer. I'm
yes,
not looking at the actual problem and trying to solve the problem. I'm just blaming the consumer. Welcome call. I am also the consumer, and I
uh
see this problem. And guess what? I'm not doing buying the problem.
yeah, I'm not instigating to add on to said problem to create a bigger problem. My solution is very simple. You've got money. You've got a wallet, you have brain, you can consider very deeply whether you're willing to part with that money for that product, even though you know that that company, whatever, is a shit company. But you like the idea of what they're trying to give to you, whether it be a new game or whatever. But at the end of the day, that company's still a shit company.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
guess what?
giving you
If
a
you
very good looking lemon.
Yeah, and if you buy the game, enjoy it, play it,
Yes.
but don't bitch whenever it finally goes under.
Oh,
Again,
fuck yes.
classic example I use. I play Elite Dangerous.
Oh, I
It
know.
is a servered online game.
Mhm.
Guess what? If Frontier ever goes bankrupt or goes under, or just for whatever reason doesn't want to support Elite Dangerous no more, and they shut the servers off, well, guess what? All the fucking time, energy, and progress I made within the game, gone. File
Yeah.
14, deleted, gone. But you know what? I'm also playing the game knowing it's got a shelf life.
Yeah, unfortunate, it does have one. I mean, people try to point to WoW, and I kind of go, "WoW's been
It
around for
has a
quite some
shelf
time,
life.
but have you looked at its graphics? Have you looked at it? It is an outdated game that's having a hard time trying to keep its own fan base."
Well, especially when the next generation of fucking software come out, especially with like Windows 11 and how they're forcing
Hmm.
everything over, is it really going to continue trucking the way it's supposed to? Because is graphic cards really going to keep up with stuff like that?
Yeah.
Or they got it's like fans have a shelf life. Look,
Uh-huh.
I'm a Mega Man fan, but that was back in the NES days too. And guess what? That shit's dead.
Yeah.
I can
Capcom
dust it
pretty much
out.
put that on the
I
shelf
can
for
dust
probably
it
the best.
out, and I can put the game in. I can still play the game, but it's still dead.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as I hate to say that,
No, but anywho, let's
get over
continue.
it.
I know. Let's continue before we continue the rampage that we like to go on to.
because he can talk and get the word out.
Yeah.
My fear is a lot of the shit I really like to watch are small channels,
Hang on, time
and
out.
Hold up. Got it. What's the
Random tangent, just
yes,
random
okay.
tangent that happened
We
from
have none.
last week.
All right.
Kind of calling someone out here, but it's like whatever.
Is it me?
No, it's not you.
God damn it.
Why does Maddie always seem to think that she can go to you and rein me in?
I don't look. It's the same thing that happens with you or Penn when it comes down to me. Trust me on this one. I don't know why the people do that to us. It's like, yeah, we're friendly with each other. Yes, we associate with each other, and that. Yes, we have inner circles that kind of branch off to other places. But at the end of the day, just because you're on the GNF side of the world doesn't mean I've got you shackled to a wall to dance every now and then for me. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
I
I just find that I just find it fucking funny. It just something you just said just sparked that up in my mind, and it's like, why does she do that? It's like, and also another thing is like, does she not know you're fucking taking this?
No, she doesn't fully understand. And I explained it to her. He's kind of right. Yeah, I understand that his tweet was kind of worded a bit weird, but it's Sparky first thing in the morning. It's normal. But then it's also kind of feels like a fishing expedition because he's learned from me.
Yes.
So it's like I've got to kind of call him out going, it feels like fishing, but he's kind of right, like it or not. And
Well,
honestly,
if I said if I said all websites and
it doesn't matter.
AI, what was it? It's AI copyright and data phishing on platforms is what the conversation was. And it's like
Yeah.
if I would have said all information on all websites, okay, fine, I'll concede. She got me there.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
I narrowed it down to Twitter and Facebook and like sites.
No, and again, like I said, I get that, but I also like kind of going, I'm gonna catch you on a slight error, but it wasn't a big error. It was like going, but I also kind of, I just loved it when she came at me like going, hey, check your boy. I'm like going, what am I checking him for? And she's like, well, he said something stupid on the twatters. I'm like going, okay, and when doesn't he say something stupid on the twatters? I mean, I say stupid shit on the twatters sometimes. Sometimes I'm positive, sometimes I'm negative. It all depends on the mood that I want to be in. Twatter for me is just a fishing field
You
of
never know what
angry
kind of big catch you're gonna get.
no, I never know. It's an endless supply of morons, and I like to reel on in and hope I can hold them for a bit longer. And then she sends me the actual link in question. I'm going, thank you, because I ain't gonna go through all those kind of. I hate looking at Twitter. You either show me your problem, otherwise it ain't a problem. So she shows it to me. And then she's like, "You got to get your boy in check." I'm like, going, "You expect me to keep him in check?" It's like, how often do I keep Penn in check? And then Penn shows up and kind of goes, "I'm quite proud that Roke doesn't have the ability to keep me in check." And I'm like, "Well, if I could, we would have our mugs, our T-shirts, our website."
That was fishing.
I know, right? That one there, she walked right into it. First, she was all beaming proud that I couldn't keep her in check, and then I'm like, yeah, but if I
Right,
could,
that's not that's not own.
that's not the hill that you want to die on there, Ben, because wow, that hill comes with a nice tasty hole that puts you right in the middle of it again. So it's like,
Well,
damn.
it's like, yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like the entire fucking week. It seemed like she was trying to get me out because she jumped into the whole Shy Lily stuff and the whole Cinder stuff, and it's like,
Well,
Matt, you do not know what you're jumping into.
no, for all the other VTuber things, I'm not gonna kind of know I know everything. I just wait for the information to come to my pocketbook. I can look at it because again, I'm more of a black and white individual. I need to see what's happening. I don't care what the tail of the tape is from the narration of that person. I need the actual, timeline, that kind of shit. Give me the things that have data and I can go from there. I mean, even when I listen to people whine about their shit, I've got to kind of pull it apart and just create a data.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like I was calling Lily out for saying that she wanted exclusivity
Oh, geez.
and she wanted exclusivity and a non-disparagement from a company that wanted, it was the soldier stuff, because the soldier wanted to sign up, but she was for Mythic, but she wanted the soldier to sign a non-compete
Uh-huh.
and a exclusivity that she was only going to be with Mythic and do stuff with Mythic. And it's like, my whole point was like, but Lily, you said exclusives were bad in general.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand the fact of, no, I get that's her right. She can do that. But the problem is she threw a shit fit over someone else doing that.
Yeah, no, and that's where the bigger problem comes in. And like I said, I like going back to elements of the past to relook at it. Like I'm a big buff when it comes down to World War I and World War II. There was a lot of shit show that happened, and there's a lot of things that our governments could have done to prevent it, but they didn't, and we had this massive war that made Canada look like all stars, which is fine. I mean, don't take us to war because things will happen. So
Yeah.
we will make things happen. But at the end of the day, going into this Metokur history and that, there are moments in his past where he says one thing and then we come to the future now, present. And he kind of does almost like a 180. He dances around what he originally was talking about and then does something completely different. So it does feel like he's contradicting himself, which again, I agree with certain people
Which
out there.
yeah, I'm
And I'm
fine.
going to call it out.
So there's two points to that whole deal too. First point is anyone can change their opinion. That's completely fine.
Mhm.
That's
I will agree.
that's completely fine. Anyone can change their fucking opinion at any point in time. However, it becomes an issue when you say one thing one time, and then the next time you say something, and it's completely fucking different from the last
Oh
time. But
yeah.
yet, what you state this recent time, oh, I've always said this. Oh no.
I can prove it. I have
Hang
it
on, hang
here.
let continue on. I'll find it. I'll pull it up. I got
No,
the
no, no, no,
perfect
no.
examples.
But yeah. I when it comes down to, like I said, I'm a person of history. I like looking back at it and just enjoying the yesteryears that was. And even now, this conversation between the two of them, Monday Matt and Manicure, good old Jim Jam himself, it kind of creates a complete shit show that is Candid. But they're talking about what's happening with Gaggle and all that kind of stuff. That it's a bit of an overreach and a few other different things. They're trying to defund people that are going against the woke agenda. Well, I mean, it's going to happen the other way around. So if you flip the script, are those same people going to bitch about it? Because if they don't, then we've got a problem.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm seeing. I'm watching people kind of go, it's good that we're making the liberals wet their pants and scream in the air and all that kind of stuff because we find it funny. Well, if I flip the script, you're going to get your ass, your tidies in a bunch there, and you're going to be upsetty. And I'm going to kind of go, what's the problem? You didn't mind it when it happened to the other side, but when it happens to you, I mean, I get it. You can be a little bit, miffed, but honestly, it isn't a complete attack on you. It's just showcasing how much of a one-sided event that you are. You're a fucktard, and I'm going to call you out on it. But regardless, let's continue. Well, Sparky's trying to find his shit.
Money aside, a lot of the people that put up really creative stuff or have really good argumentation or just put out wild crap, they're going to disappear and nobody's going to fucking know. I mean,
I
they're going
don't
to have
disagree.
yeah, they're going to have no way of getting the word out. They're going to have no way of
I
saying,
hate to agree
listen,
with
I'm getting
Matt.
screwed with.
He's right.
Can you do something about it? And
We'd
the thing
agree.
that spooked me the most was that Google post from 2 years ago about a completely unrelated incident, but the guy basically saying, tech companies talk to one another. If you fuck with us, there are social consequences.
Yeah.
You may piss somebody off at Google who talks to Twitter, who then talks to Facebook, and now you're gone everywhere. And what it makes me interested in is, God, I mean, could you trace that? Could you look back at prior incidents of people having like a YouTube channel shut down and then mysteriously afterwards their Twitter and their Facebook go down? Like, I wonder if you can almost pick the pattern of
You
like these
can.
interconnected relationships between these different corporations and the people that are doing things.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it would require a lot of investigation. You need to get, I mean, really, you need to weaponize poll to get into this kind of stuff in order to really kind of dig it out. And as much
Interpol.
as I disagree with a lot of the posts,
You don't
I
want
never
to
claim
weaponize
that.
the gay man. He's already weaponized enough, and even his own people are kind of going, please don't. Just don't. Oh, God.
Weaponize the outlines.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're not good at finding
Weaponized
information.
autism is not that great.
And they're some of the best on the web, especially when they're able to just kind of sit down and get into it. Finding these people and exposing them for what they're attempting to do is not, I don't think, as hard as it might be, because they're so blatant about it these days, and they have been for years. They never shy away from trying to beat their chest and act as some kind of fucked up moral authority.
Uh-huh.
And so we can see them, but even though we can see them and we can expose them, and expose after expose could come on out, it never really has as much of an impact as it should. And that's just because people, I think, in Silicon Valley are too damn afraid to actually stand up for fighting back against these kind of ideals.
Well,
Uh,
I think this is kind of, I don't know how to say it. I mean, it feels like it's building up momentum to something larger. It feels like right now there are distinct groups on the internet that have always liked to fight with one another and fuck around with one another.
uh-huh.
I've noticed the skeptics and the alt-right, you guys have been kind of back and forth with one another against each other. I know that, Murdoch had his channel and he had like an encounter with Lefty Pole. And it just seems like there's so much, I don't know how to say it, friendly fire going on right now that people aren't paying attention to the Machiavellian entity in the background that basically thinks you're all shit and wants all of you gone. And
Yeah,
it's surreal.
I can't find
how
it. They deleted it.
There's so it
It's
reminds me
all
of
good.
the journalist man from back, from the Zoe Quinn thing. They're really arrogant about it, which really gets
Yeah.
under my skin.
Oh, I remember all that too. Every time, and the thing is, they're still arrogant. We're coming up on 3 years, and they're still as arrogant, and they're
Not
still in the
3 years.
industry. A few of them have changed. A few people have I think changed their tune a little bit publicly, but probably not privately. But your earlier point though about how there's a lot of you could say friendly fire or just maybe infighting to an extent. I kind of chalk that up to the fact that the people that have gone specifically after like SJW content and that kind of content, that stuff has dried up, insane. It's just dried up. Those people aren't posting on YouTube anymore. They're maybe not posting as much on Twitter, or they're hiding
Well,
in their own
that
little
came
echo
back
chambers to where this kind of stuff
because of certain
never gets to them
individuals.
because of block bots or block lists or so on and so forth. And as a result, the anti SJW YouTubers, and I've said this to many of them in person at VidCon, I'm like, the content is drying up, and that's why the infighting has begun. Simply because they need to maintain their channels, for one. They need to keep pumping out daily content.
Uh-huh.
I pump out a lot of content, I fully admit that, but I try to find different things to talk about. Whether some do well or don't, that's up to the audience to watch. But you look at people that spend their entire focus on going after like the left in some of this regard, and it's just there's nothing there. It's at the bottom of the well, and so they start turning their attentions almost cannibalistically on each other over things that normally wouldn't enrage them, but it does now. But then when you look at, let's say, like the skeptics versus the alt-right, the skeptics, they've been labeled the alt-right, and they don't want to be labeled the alt-right any longer. I mean, shit, someone's calling Stefan Molyneux alt-right today. you know like, Stefan is not alt-right, but that's again just the terminology that's being thrown at anyone who just disagrees with that narrative. And so then you've got the actual alt-right, who are enjoying this
Richard
newfound fame,
Spencer.
and the skeptics are getting kind of pissed because now they're being lumped in with them, and it just becomes this, really a big circle jerk.
Well, yeah, I mean, these two groups have had a huge pissing match going back and forth for a while now. And I mean, I know there's a lot of history. I know there's some shit that's been going down for the last couple of weeks that I've watched play out. But the Google thing just it freaks me out a little bit, because I mean, I do have concerns. Listen, a lot of the information that's come out has talked about how Google employees will network with other social media sites, right? I mean, that seems to be kind of confirmed. And a lot of these ex-Google employees hold some pretty radical political beliefs, and
1488.
that's
Jesus
pinned
Christ.
on their social media
Stefan
platforms,
is
supporting groups
kind
like
of
Antifa and
Canadian,
Black
so
Bloc,
no.
and shit like that.
Kind of.
Even one of the anonymous
Kinda,
sources
yeah.
that was quoted saying that it wasn't
Yeah,
directly
yeah.
anti-SJW
We
stuff,
have a
but
lot of
anti-Trump.
kind of Canadians. So yeah, it's like Keanu Reeves is kind of Canadian, even though he was born in Hawaii, but he kind of resided in Vancouver for the longest period of time. So he's kind of Canadian. So yes, lot of questionables, but no, it just feels like they've are they're going to be retreading the same thing because we just had the anti woke, the anti SJW narratives again for what I want to say almost 5 years. It kind of came back, and now we have people trying to go up against the right or the alt right as someone trying to claim it as. So it's a never ending battle. So, but that's social
Around
media
and
for you.
around and around.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I love it, but yeah, and then a person like myself trying to point that out, I'm the bad guy. That's fine. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good to
We
see the
love
bad
being the
guy.
bad guys.
I do. I do. The voice of reason and the pissed off individual. I could do that with ease. But yeah, now we'll continue a bit more and we'll wrap this bad boy up because we're getting close to that time.
Stuff that was getting flagged and fucked with. Um, Listen, man. I mean, when you're signing up for AdSense, when you're signing up for Super Chat, you're putting in your fucking details. You're putting in your
Yeah.
financial information. You're putting in addresses, social security numbers. I mean, is it safe? Is it secure?
I would
It's
argue, I would say more than likely it is. I mean, unless somebody like deep in that particular side of Google is able to get in there and get that information, I would argue that it's relatively safe. But if by some chance there's a breach, then it's done. Then it's gone. But what we're seeing now is probably like what they do is they don't come after you via AdSense in terms of giving out your personal information. That they try to do is they try to flag you for inappropriate content while you use AdSense and therefore get that revoked, which then forces you to either have to go to an MCN, which is a gigantic waste of time on YouTube, completely just not worth it for anyone watching at home. Or you have to go to them to PayPal in order to try to get some kind of fan funding. Well, PayPal is it's so easy to get them to take away your PayPal. They're doing that right now with certain groups that are right leaning that have a PayPal for donations that aren't even really doing anything horrible are having those PayPal those accounts closed under reasons for harassment or whatever shit they want to say. And then you've got the Patreon route, and the Patreon route kind of drew its line in the sand when it came to Lauren Southern. And I listened to you discuss it with Sticks Hexenhammer, and I kind of see where Patreon
No,
was coming
sexy
from. But
sticks.
then, of
He's
course,
now a
his attempt
pirate.
to kind of further justify it, I think, also kind of screwed it up.
Well, I think Masterson brought up a funny point, man. I wasn't even
Oh,
really paying
Dick
attention. I listened to
Masterson.
what Jack
Sucky
Conte had to
Dicky.
say. I watched the video, right?
Mhm.
But what was the little thing he was talking about? Measurable, observable behavior.
Yeah,
And Masterson was laughing because he's like, basically, they're literally calling it a fucking mob when they come to take your shit away.
I
Like
know.
Jack Conte has created a literal mob to come and take your fucking money away, which I thought was pretty clever. I hadn't really picked up on that when I was listening to Conte
I
talk.
caught I
It
caught
felt
the
like
I caught the acronym, but I didn't really like put that together. It's very similar to Zoe Quinn's Crash Override Network or Con.
right. It's one of those weird things. So maybe Patreon takes the place, but I don't know. It's just I think there's some serious shit going on with Google. I think this employee was kind of the tip of the iceberg with it, and they're so monolithic. They're so ingrained into so much different things, and some of their policies don't make sense. They'll say to you, we won't allow advertising on certain content, right? Like hate speech and stuff like
Yeah,
that. We're not going to let you do that. But they'll let you do a stream where you scream nigger at the top of your head and people can give you super chat money.
yeah.
Right. So, I mean, that seems like a really bizarre double standard within their own policies of how that works. So I don't know what it is. I mean, is it because people, when they give super chat money, a cut of that goes to Google? So they're
Yes.
okay with
Yeah.
the hate speech when they get the money directly?
30% of
So
Super Chat is what goes to Google. 30%.
So this isn't like some moral stand they're taking. They're not saying
No.
we don't like your content because it's terrible and it's wrong. It's just we're not getting enough of a cut of it to allow it onto our platform.
Well, I think what it boils down to is it bypasses the advertisers completely. What a
Yes.
lot of people, what I've seen come out of the apocalypse is a lot of hyperbole, a lot of rhetoric surrounding it. I don't disagree that there is a definite implicit bias within Google as a whole that does trickle down to
No. Remember, mundane Matt is a left heart, Matt, and he's spot on in this direction.
Yep.
YouTube. I saw Susan Wojcicki say that when she read that memo, it pained her inside. I'm sorry, science and facts bother you. But when you take a look at what they've done, like let's say this whole situation now with the kind of sectioning off content, that they released last week, it wasn't anything really different. At the beginning stages of the adpocalypse, one of Google's VPs gave a talk somewhere. I did a video on this, and he said that this content, this hateful supremacist content, that's extremist stuff that everyone's bitching about, is 1/1000th of the amount of content uploaded to YouTube, and probably even less than that, or more than that, in terms of just it's so minuscule that they know that it's an issue. They know that it's they know that it exists, but it also is so small that it doesn't even really register in the grander scale of things. It's just that the Wall Street Journal was able to shine a light on this fucking video, that Chief Keef video. If you look at the numbers, you know how much money that video made, Jim? $20.44. That's it.
Yeah, right. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so weird. But the thing is, as well, you don't run ads in your videos. I run ads in my videos, and a lot of other people do too. And I guarantee you, anyone who does this as a full-time job
that
knows for a
pesky
goddamn fact, if you put the word nigger in the title of a video, it's not going to run
One day
ads,
Matt said it.
whether it's on MCN or not. It's just, it's not going to
I mean, I give it easily for Jimmy Boy, but oh my God, mundane Matt, no! How dare you use that
go on
word?
saying it.
I know, right? I mean, are you going to bring out Polly the polar bear in order for you to say that word from now on? I mean, really? Jeez, man.
Is that a guaranteed? But if you do a super chat with that in the title, they're fine taking that 30%.
Yeah, that's a different thing. But putting it in there and running it for 6 months, it's like it wouldn't have happened. The fact that the guy said that he had a McDonald's ad, a Toyota ad, and a Starbucks ad running every time he refreshed it is either a lie or one of those absolute flukes of a situation. And I don't know. I don't know. It's entirely
Well, now with
possible that,
AI, you're going to probably get
YouTube
that a
made this
lot
whole
for
thing happen.
the
They directed that
advertisement.
guy to that video.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
they set the thing up in order to direct ads of that nature there in order to,
No, that's fucked up.
prompt this to happen. I mean, that's a huge tinfoil hat conspiracy theory that I have no proof for, but there's no other explanation that truly backs up what the Wall Street Journal published. Especially coming after their entire PewDiePie situation, where that they totally just took what he said out of context in order to defame him.
Right.
So-
Which didn't work.
It feels like this has been done in steps, and it feels like it's not done yet. It's little by little. We're gonna redo the ad thing. We're gonna call that the adpocalypse, and you guys are gonna have to bear with it. Now we've got a little bit more hate speech. Now we've got a trusted flagger program. Now we've got limbo state for your information to go into. I mean, shit. It's gonna reach the point where I bet they're going to disable embedding on other sites when you put in that limbo state. So even if you thought you could run your own site, like imagine Molyneux, right? He's got his own free domain radio.
Yeah.
So let's say they wanted to go after Molyneux. Well, okay, we'll put his videos in limbo. Well, Molyneux might think, whatever, I'll just embed them on my website. It doesn't affect me. But now they can't be embedded. So he has to find a completely new service to use to host his videos.
You're not
Or
entirely
even
wrong there, Jim
dual
Boy.
uploading. I know VidMe lets you do this weird dual upload thing where it will take the YouTube video and
VidMe's
immediately
dead.
link it and embed it onto your VidMe account. I'm sure it's going to get cut off there. I think this is getting worse and worse. And I've noticed a lot of people have kind of talked over the last half a year, and they've taken almost kind of a rose-tinted approach when looking at Google's intentions for this. I don't think Google's on the side of the basic user. I don't think they give a shit about any of us. I think some people steering the ship are making some really bad decisions, and I think there's a corporate mentality that runs maybe pretty deep. And I think that this particular individual probably helped to highlight that, with the incident that happened with the memo. Or as they call it, the manifesto, like he's some kind of fucking supervillain living in a volcano off some island somewhere.
I love how they handled that. I just love that how they did that. I explained the diversity memo to my girlfriend's mother yesterday, who is like, doesn't go on social media, doesn't watch YouTube, doesn't she voted Trump, but she watches Fox News. She doesn't give a shit about much else. And I explained it to her, and she was like, "But wait, there are biological differences between men and women. This has been known forever. What are these people trying to say?" And it's just cracks me up that someone who's not involved in any of the cultural identity politics nonsense will look at that and just go, yeah, no, I think everyone's pretty much on board with this. Like, what the fuck?
Well, like what? I look at the situation and I think to myself, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, not only can Google basically take you off their video sharing platform, they probably talk to other social media and can get your ass kicked off there because I'm sure Jack and Dorsey and Zuckerberg probably hate hate our asses too. But
Mm.
then they fuck with search results. So like even if you went out and built your own website and it did really well, you fucking disappear. I know people bring up if you look up like if you Google 8chan, sometimes it won't fucking show up. You get like PL instead of .net. So I don't know. It feels like a really shit situation we're in right now. And I know that this has been going on for years. Hell, you look at ADA initiative, right? We want more diversity and technology. They did a presentation called the Pretender Syndrome, and it was literally women in tech complaining because they felt like frauds. And they're like, how can we get over the fact that we feel like we're frauds and fake our way through doing our job on a daily basis?
Oh my god.
And this is a seminar video they put out, and they did diversity classes on it. Or you've got shit like the Gnome Outreach Program, right? So you've got this group, no, they're working on this project, and what do they spend the money on under the leadership of this new diversity mandate outreach program for women programmers, and it bankrupts the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So like, and this happens a lot, and these people seem to shuffle from one fucking place to the next, and it's just I don't know what the fuck is going on. It just feels like
Well, it's a lot of unchecked whining, really. It's kind of almost death by a thousand cuts is the best way I can describe it. So you figure this
Yes.
started off probably in the 90s, when you had when I was, leaving school. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 35. When I was leaving high school, you started hearing about,
Doxed
oh,
him.
every kid gets a
Doxed
trophy,
himself.
every kid gets a gold star, all of this type of, oh, everyone gets rewarded for just trying, and no one gets rewarded for succeeding because we don't want people to feel bad. And then that permeates itself over the course of the past 17, 18 years, and now we got these kids that were young then that are adults now that really do feel like they are entitled to this stuff. And if they're
Uh-huh.
not good enough at something, then it's meant for the rest of the system to change to benefit them versus them getting good. You almost want people to sit there and approach life like a goddamn Dark Souls game. Do you suck at it? Well, get good, fucker. The game's not going to change for you.
I'm looking at your chat because
He's not wrong. I wish he was, but he's not wrong. Get good, scrubs. Like I said, everybody wants to be on easy mode. This lovely generational that is. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was gifted with hard mode, and getting to easy mode was a challenge.
Yep, always is.
So I was like, wow. But there was a lot of
you
people
must,
that
you must,
got it on easy
you,
mode.
yeah, you must beat the game in easy. No, you must beat the game in hard before you unlock easy mode.
Yeah, pretty much. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm right now at easy mode, but it took a while to get there. And I had to go through a lot of different bumps on the road, a lot of scrapes, a lot of damage, a lot of broken hearts, and a few other different things. But I, I survived. You've got a kid and mortgage and a few other different things. Congratulations. Welcome to hard mode. It's not easy.
Oh yeah, I know.
And most people will try to find the easy way out. And unfortunately, we are now seeing generations of people who have been on easy mode demanding that the system changes. And the system is changing per their demand because that's where the money is. And congratulations, you just fucked it up for everybody going forward. So it is what is. This was fun. This is exciting. This was supposed to be a 2 hour kind of event for them, chit chatting back and forth. It is, kind of leading to the whole Candid issues going down the road. I have sent the link up for anybody who wishes to participate in watching the past of Mundane Matt talking with Jimmy Boy before Mundane gets outed for a flagger. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, there is that. We already know he's a shill. We already know he's a left hard. but we find out later he's also a flagger. Just because, hey, YouTube decided to add in the flagging aspect to its system, which I love. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give Sparky his last rites. And I'm going to hit buttons, and we're going to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, we're not going anywhere, so everyone can fuck off.
Nice. Alrighty. I'm hitting buttons, bitches. Don't touch grass. Oh, goodbye.